Hi, my name is Andrea Ko, and I will be going into my fourth year at the University of Oklahoma as a journalism and psychology student. Today, I will be talking about the LGBTQ plus community in Singapore. So, let's start with an overview. Singapore as a society is still pretty conservative. In fact, Section 377A of the country's penal code actually criminalizes consensual sex between adult men. Because of this conservatism, there are actually no official statistics on the population of the LGBTQ plus community as a whole. However, there have been signs of progress. A survey conducted by the Institute of Policy Studies found that 1 in 3 Singaporeans have become more accepting of same sex relationships. However, there's more work to do. 55% still support Section 377A, even though there have been grassroots efforts by local LGBTQ organizations made to have it repealed. In a recent interview, Singapore's Prime Minister Lee also weighed in on the topic. Now, let's talk about LGBTQ plus representation in Singapore's news and media. Singapore faces heavy media censorship from the government regulatory board called the Singapore Infocomm Media Development Authority. It actually is ranked number 151 in the World Press Freedom Index from Reporters Without Borders. In comparison, the United States sits at 48. In Singapore's TV program code, it is stated that all programs broadcast between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. must be suitable for family audiences. This means heavy censorship for non-news programs, with LGBTQ content virtually cut from all programs airing on Singapore's TV channels. For this reason, LGBTQ broadcast news coverage is also limited. However, coverage does exist in print and online platforms. One example is the coverage of the recent pro-LGBTQ event, Pink Dot 2019, which I will go more in depth about later. Here is an example of Singapore's LGBTQ community being represented on a news broadcast clip.
Moral issues. Elizabeth Yeo with more.
The paper, led by Dr. Matthew Matthews of the IPS, said results showed a thawing of attitudes towards homosexuality. 11.4% of respondents felt sexual relations between two same-sex adults was not wrong at all.
Here are some examples of screenshots from Singapore's online news platforms. To learn more about the community and to obtain my interviews, I went to an event called Pink Dot. What is Pink Dot? Well, according to its website, it's a non-profit movement started by a group of individuals who care deeply about a place where LGBTQ Singaporeans call home. To me, it showed a peaceful demonstration of love and support to the LGBTQ community. As mentioned, all my interviews were conducted at the Pink Dot event. Because of the loud music blaring from the speakers and the environment in general, the audio itself is pretty unclear, so I used quotes instead. This is Justine Chang's interview. In the interest of time, I'm not going to be reading the whole thing, so feel free to pause and read it. She identifies as pansexual and is a student at a Singapore Arts College. Next, we have Angelo. He identifies as gay and is a freelance photographer with a Singapore newspaper. Next up, we have Rachel Yeo. She is the executive director of Singapore's Inter-University LGBT Network, which primarily serves students across Singapore's universities. I took away quite a bit from my time at Pink Dot. This was my first time ever attending Pink Dot, and it was really meaningful to experience such a strong sense of unity among the community. My interviewees were actually part of the same group of friends, and they even invited me to join them for the rest of the event, even though we were strangers when we met. It was really eye-opening talking to my interviewees and other people about their experiences and the injustice that they face on a daily basis. In addition, it forced me to step out of my comfort zone. I am an introvert in nature, and walking up to random strangers was really hard, especially with such a sensitive topic. This experience made me more self aware of my privilege, and I challenged myself to be more mindful of how I treat others in the future. These are my sources. Thank you for watching.